Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Steph, what'd you put the heat on, 1,000? Wow.
Thank you, it felt good. It felt good.
Here, you want my sweater?
Stood up, almost passed out.
Yes, it's like
Oh,
right on,
wow.
you couldn't breathe.
All right, call the meeting to order at 7:10 PM. And we'll start with item number 3, public comments. Is there any public comments? Is there any public comments? Okay,
I understand I'm not public, but I do have something to say.
you can say that now, or you can save it to the end. Which do you prefer?
Okay. First of all,
Just make, yeah.
I would like to thank you for your kindness to me. The cards, the beautiful flowers, and your concerns for my health mean a lot to me. I'm getting better, but it's been a long, long road. And let me tell you how badly the hospital sucks. And tonight we have an ambitious agenda, some of which I don't understand. I'll give it my best shot tonight. I really will. I'm awfully tired, but I'll give it my best shot. So thank you again for all your best wishes. It helped a lot.
Well, it's good to have you back here.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to item number 4, then approve minutes from the November 1st, 2016 regular meeting. Have a motion by Anne Marie, second by Al. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed? Abstained? Chair votes aye, motion passes 7-0. Item number 5, approve minutes from the November 1st, 2016 special meeting. Can I have a motion to do so? Motion by Stefan, second by Anne Marie. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Abstained?
I don't think I was good for that, was I?
Okay, chair votes aye. Motion passes 5-0-2. And note Al and Nicole's abstentions. Okay. Item number 6, first selectmen's report, just a quick one. Paving for the year has been completed. They will finish the lining of Town Hall parking lot by, it's supposed to be tomorrow, it's now going to be Friday. We are starting the process for the 2017 work and expect bids to be going out in January for a spring startup. Work for the building upgrades has begun. Town engineers are working through the appropriate steps for the RFQs, etc. The current timeline has construction bids going out in early May with construction to begin in late summer. Timeline to completion is 10 months if all jobs are done separately, or about 4 months if they are done simultaneously. Initiated discussions with the superintendent regarding the director of facilities position townwide. Some additional research was required, and I expect to have more information by the end of this week. Our goal is to have this joint position begin on 7/1 of 2017. Informal contract discussions with the clerks union and DPW unions will begin next week. Our hope is to have these contracts finalized by early 2017 to allow us to properly budget for fiscal year 2018. Budget prep is ongoing. I will start meeting with department heads in mid-December. I expect to present my budget to the Board of Finance in late February at the conclusion of the budget workshop process. And then finally, I attended the National League of Cities event in Pittsburgh and the CCM annual conference. Found both meetings to be very informative and worthy of attending. My sessions include conversations on smart city planning, sustainability, public finance, and social media. So with that, I'll close the first selectman's report. We'll move on to item number 7, discussion, take possible action regarding Founder's Day requests. So I believe we have the president, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, please. You just hold it in your hand. Yeah, just freestyle.
Good evening, everybody. Linda Bellman, 7 Mosick Road. And as Kurt said, President Seymour Founders Day. I just wanted to come by to bring you up to speed for the 2017 event. We just recently, in the past month, chose our benefactor for the 2017 event, and that will be Seymour Land Trust Legion Pool. So all the money that we raise will go to them to do, landscaping. I know that they want to dredge the pool, although there's a lot of issues with that too. So, but they're the ones that will get our money. The event is scheduled for Sunday, June 4th, and the rain date is the following Sunday, which is June 11th. And the event, as usual, runs from 10 to 5, although we're down here starting at 4 a.m. As I've requested in the past, and you have graciously agreed to do so, I would ask again if you would be able to see it to put in your budget the cost for the police that day, which the bill has gone up another $275 from the previous year. You have paid $2,000. We'll take whatever you can give us. So I would just request that you keep us in mind when you put your budget together for next year and to cover the police costs.
Running over the pen.
And that's about
It's in my
it?
initial budget.
Okay, good, good. Does anybody have any questions?
So 2,500?
That would be, yeah,
for the
that
police?
it was another 275 this year, and last year it went up
It's because of the new
200 and
contract.
something. Yes, exactly. So that would be great if you
Okay.
could do that.
Yep.
I think that's it. The Seymour Ambulance were the benefactors of our last event, so we did present them with a check in August. I didn't even think to look at it. It was, I believe it was a $5,500 that we gave them, and they will report to me whatever it is that they, do with the money. I know what they had planned to do with the money was an item that is like $30,000. So our money would have just gone in to help, get the equipment for the ambulance, get a little closer to the figure that they needed to get it done. So that's about it. If no one has any questions, I just wanted to bring you up to speed, let you know what the story was.
Not necessarily a question, more of a comment. If you haven't, make sure you see Rory, because we have a new form
Mm-hmm.
that needs to be filled out. So I
Okay.
think this will be the first run on,
Sure.
first major one. So if nothing else, it'll be
Okay.
for
Great.
a practice for us, just to make sure that we're hitting all the marks we need to when we have these big events.
Okay.
So that'd be great. if we can-
Information about times and dates and all that other stuff.
Yeah, and making
that
sure we
talked
get
about.
sign off from police and fire and
Excellent.
ambulance, and
Okay,
tries to coordinate everything.
good.
Yeah,
Oh, not a
so-
problem. And you'll email that to me?
Yeah, so you'll be a great test
Good,
case to
good.
make sure it works out well.
All right, not a problem. Okay.
So, Rich, is there anything else that they need to do? Okay. Yeah, then that form will probably make it to the selectmen in a meeting or two, and then we'll just sign off, and
Good.
everything should be set.
Good, okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Excellent. Okay. Okay, item number 8, discussion regarding winter preparedness with Public Works Director. We're going to table that item because Rory and I forgot to follow up to confirm that. So that'll be on our next meeting's agenda. Item number 9, discussion take possible, entertain a motion to table item number 8.
Second.
Motion by Len, second by Nicole. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, chair votes aye, motion passes 7-0. Now, item number 9, discussion take possible action regarding 2017 Board of Selectmen meeting schedule. In your packets, you have the meeting schedule for 2017. Excuse me. The first meeting in January, the 3rd, will actually be a special meeting because it's less than 30 days' notice. So I just want to make note of that. Other than that, the only date of concern is going to be Wednesday, July 5th. So we'll play that meeting by ear. If there's no pressing business, we'll probably cancel that meeting, but I wanted to have something there just in case. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to accept the 2017 Board of Selectmen meeting schedule as presented. Motion by Nicole, second by Al. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained. Chair votes aye, motion passes 7-0. Entertain a motion to add to the agenda discussion and possible action regarding the Patton Ave drainage bid awarding. Motion by Len, second by Nicole. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Chair votes aye. Motion passes 7-0. Next item on the agenda, discussion possible action regarding awarding of the Patton Ave drainage project. In your packets, or actually in your handouts today, I should say, you should have a letter from Nafis and Young regarding Patton Ave drainage. I'll read that into the record. Nafis and Young opened bids on the reference project on Tuesday, November 29, 2016. 4 bids were received as follows. Earthworks Excavating, $71,040. Forest Construction, $99,000. Guerrera Construction, or Contraction, actually says, $120,350. I think that's a typo. And DMP Construction, $276,400. We have reviewed the bids and find that they were mathematically correct and proper bid bonds accompanied each bid. The low bidder is deemed responsible and qualified as they have completed similar work for the town of Seymour in the past. Therefore, Nafis and Young recommends that the town of Seymour award the bid for Patton Ave drainage to Earthworks Excavating in the amount of $71,040 once the easements over private property are secured. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. And Jim Galligan leaves his cell phone number and his office number, and it's signed sincerely, James H. Galligan. So at this point, I will entertain a motion to accept the recommendation of Town Engineer James Galligan and award the Patton Ave drainage project to Earthworks Excavating for the amount of $71,040. Motion by Nicole, second by Anne Marie. Is there any discussion? Okay, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? The chair votes aye, motion passes 7-0. Next item on is item number 10, discussion, take possible action regarding Greenway Trail bid award. Actually, I'm going to entertain a motion in a minute to table this. We have all of the numbers, but we didn't get through crunching all the numbers in time. We'd hope to have that for today. So we'll have a presentation at our next meeting in December. Fred Massoy, our Economic Development Director, will come and do that. Oddly enough, when Fred and I were going over some things this afternoon, Phase 4 of the Greenway Trail is actually the bridge that runs over the waterfall from Broad Street Park into the Fish Bypass Park, and we've received tentative sign-off from the state on that. So they're accepting the project, so now we just have to go out and find the funding. So I think we're going to move Phase 4 up to Phase 2, and we'll get to work on that. But so this, then, I'll entertain a motion to table item number 10, discussion, take possible action regarding Greenway Trail bid award. Motion by Nicole, second by Al. Is there any discussion? Never mind. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Chair votes aye. Motion passes 7-0. Okay, item number 11. Discussion, take possible action regarding 139 Maple Street bid award. As you are aware, the town took possession of 37 Maple Street. And instead of holding on to the property, we properly posted and noticed and put the property out for sale. We received one bid, and you can see that in your packets. It is from Rick Mangione. It said, Kurt, we are pleased to make an offer of $8,500 for the property known as 139 Maple Street, Connecticut, Seymour, Connecticut. Thank you, Rick Mangione, member. Rich, is there anything you want to add on this? Or excuse me, 139, I said 37 Maple Street, I apologize. I apologize.
I just want to note for the record, Connecticut General Statute 7-163E, which is the statute that requires a public hearing and posting on the sale of property by a municipality, is not applicable to...
Oh, yeah, Rich, grab the mic, because my mother will yell at me. She's probably yelling right now.
I just want to point out that Connecticut General Statute Section 7-163E, which is ordinarily applicable on the sale, lease, or transfer of real property owned by a municipality, is not applicable in this instance because it has a value of less than $10,000, or the bid is less than $10,000 rather, and that is an exception to that particular statute. However, if you are going to entertain a motion to accept this offer of $8,500, I'd like it to be subject to an 824 referral. When you sell property, one of the things you must do is refer it to the Planning and Zoning Commission for a report. If you make it subject to a positive report and appropriate documentation acceptable to town council, you can go forward with it tonight.
Okay. Any questions, comments for town council? No? Okay. So at this point then, I'll entertain a motion that the town of Seymour accept the bid on 139 Maple Street of $8,500 from 37 Maple Street LLC and its member Rick Mangione, and that is contingent upon a positive 824 report through Planning and Zoning and sign off by Town Council. Motion by Anne Marie, second by Al. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed? Abstained? The chair votes aye, motion passes 7-0. Item number 12, discussion and take possible action regarding awarding of roadway patch bid award, This, I'm going to entertain a motion to table.
So moved.
Motion by Len, second by Nicole. Is there any discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Abstained? Chair votes aye, motion passes 7-0. Item number 13, discussion, take possible action regarding dissolution of the skate park committee. Okay, as you know, we've been going through and dissolving the committees that are no longer needed. The skate park committee has long completed its charge. All the money has been spent, and the park is obviously up and running. So at this point, we will dissolve the committee as it has no more future need at this point. So at this point, I'll entertain a motion to dissolve the skate park committee effective today, December 6, 2016.
So moved.
Motion by Len, second by Nicole. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed? Abstained? The chair votes aye, motion passes 7-0. Item number 14, to consider and act upon a resolution making certain determinations and delegations in connection with borrowings authorized to finance and appropriation for costs with respect to the 2017 Town Roadway and Drainage Reconstructions, Replacements, and Improvements Program. In your packet, you have a resolution, which I will read. Whereas the Town of Seymour, by resolution approved that referendum held on November 8, 2016, appropriated $4,500,000 for the Town Roadway and Drainage Reconstructions, Replacement, and Improvements Program, and authorized the issuance of bonds or notes and temporary notes in the amount of $4,500,000 to finance in part said appropriations, and now therefore resolved that the first selectman and the treasurer are authorized to determine the amounts, dates, interest rates, maturities, form, and other details of such bonds, notes, and temporary notes, to bind the town pursuant to such representations and covenants as they deem necessary or advisable in order to maintain the continued exemption of interest on such bonds, notes, and temporary notes from federal income taxation, including covenants to pay rebates of investments, earnings in the United States in future years, to make representations and enter into written agreements for the benefits of holders of such bonds, notes, and temporary notes, to provide secondary market disclosure information, to sell the bonds, notes, and temporary notes at public or private sale, to execute and deliver the bonds, notes, and temporary notes, and to perform all other acts which are necessary or appropriate to sell, issue, and deliver the bonds, notes, and temporary notes. And I have a motion to accept the resolution as presented.
So moved.
Motion by Len, second by Nicole. Are there any discussions or questions? No? Okay, hearing none, all in favor? Opposed? Abstained? The chair votes aye, motion passes 7-0. Next item is item number 15, to consider and act upon a resolution making certain determinations and delegations in connection with borrowing authorized to finance and appropriation for costs with respect to the 2017 Town and School Facilities Repair and Renovations Program. So again, I'll read the attached resolution. Whereas the Town of Seymour, by resolution approved at referendum held on November 8, 2016, appropriated $1.5 million for the town and school facilities repairs and renovation program, and authorize the issuance of bonds or notes and temporary notes in the amount of $1.5 million to finance in part said appropriations. And now, therefore, resolved that the first selectman and the treasurer are authorized to determine the amounts, dates, interest rates, maturities, form, and other details of such bonds, notes, and temporary notes to bind the town pursuant to such representations and covenants as they deem necessary or advisable in order to maintain the continued exemption of interest on such bonds, notes, and temporary notes from federal income taxation, including covenants to pay rebates of investment earnings to the United States in future years, to make representations and enter into written agreements for the benefit of holders of such bonds, notes, and temporary notes, to provide secondary market disclosure information, to sell the bonds, notes, and temporary notes at public or private sale, to execute and deliver the bonds, notes, and temporary notes, and to perform all other acts which are necessary or appropriate to sell, issue, and deliver the bonds, notes, and temporary notes. Can I have a motion to approve the resolution as presented? Motion by Nicole, second by Al. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed? Abstained? The chair votes aye. Motion passes 7-0, and hopefully that's the last time we'll have to do that. So, okay. Item number 16, discussion, take possible action regarding proclamation of November 17th as Jack Walsh Day. Remember, we previously discussed this proclamation and making November 17th, Thursday, November 17th, Jack Walsh Day in the town of Seymour to honor his many years of service, not only to the United Way, but also to the Valley in general. So I presented this proclamation, as we had talked about, to Jack at his retirement party, but this will make it official. So I think Jack is worthy for me to read this into the record one more time. Whereas Jack Walsh has dedicated the last 27 years of his life to serving the Naugatuck Valley and the people with the Valley United Way, and whereas during his tenure there he strengthened and grew the organization into a powerful force for good in the area, and whereas he has served the Valley in a myriad of capacities, from teaching in Shelton, Derby, to serving on the Derby Greenway Committee, that have enriched the culture and quality of the life of the Valley, and whereas through these roles and many others, Jack has become a Valley institution whose wisdom and leadership will be sorely missed. Now be it therefore resolved that the town of Seymour hereby declares Thursday, November 17, 2016 to be Jack Walsh Day in honor of his immeasurable contributions to the Valley. So we're going to have a motion to accept the proclamation as presented. Motion by Nicole, second by Len. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Chair votes aye. Motion passes 7-0. Okay, at this point, I'm going to entertain a motion that the Board of Selectmen go into executive session. We have 3 issues before us. We have a legal issue with, am I saying that right? Ribzik settlement, pending claim. A contract negotiation for the police chief. Okay. And a pending claim for Titus Lane. Yes. And we will invite Town Council Richard Baturla, as well as Town Council Warren Holcomb upon his arrival. Okay? So make a motion to go into executive session at 7:31 p.m. Motion by Nicole, second by Al. Is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Chair votes aye. Motion passes 7-0. Roar, who we make?